We can see you on Zoom. You look really well, really, really well.
Oh,
I've been watching your Christmas song, the video for it as well. Tell us about it.
Well, I did a Christmas song in lockdown like a lot of people did. I did a lot of things in lockdown. I'm also looking out of my little studio window at a shed I built in lockdown as well. So that'll give you a clue of how mad all that was. Yeah, I think to be honest, we're doing these shows. We're doing one in Liverpool. We're doing two in London at the Albert Hall. And I think through lockdown, I think everyone just, obviously we're all affected in very different ways. And I think one of the things that I promised myself was that when we did finally get to go out and play live, I was going to do everything I could. So we've been in America for a few months this year, which was amazing. We did like 56 gigs in America, which was bonkers, to be honest, with a few other acts, obviously, and it was a great tour. It was brilliant. And as I was doing that, I was thinking, when we get back home, wouldn't it be nice to do something completely different? And I've been to the Albert Hall many times when they do their build up to Christmas, and it's just gorgeous. And so we got in touch with those guys and just said, could we come and do a few Christmas songs, sing some Sinatra? It's a well-trodden path. Many people have done it. People have probably done it better than me. No one will ever do it as good as Sinatra. We all know that, but it's a really fun thing to do. So I'm looking forward to it.
Right, tell me, it must be pleasing when you do these kind of concerts. At the same time, you'll have the fans from that generation, but equally, it must be really pleasing to see younger fans and a new generation coming to watch you.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. I think various things that have happened through the internet and with the whole thing, Rick rolling, and you can Google that if you don't know what that is. Has opened up a lot of people's music, obviously, to an audience that would normally never ever go near older music. And I think streaming and the internet have completely changed that for everyone. But in my own personal experience, it's amazing when you look into the audience. Obviously, the audience is usually of an age because they remember the old hits I had and all the rest of it. But there is a sprinkling of youth, which is quite nice. And the crazy thing, and what I absolutely love about what the internet's done for music, for a lot of people, not everyone, but for a lot of people, is it's breathed new life into some of the records that I loved, some of the records that I bought, and some of the records that I thought, you know what, those records have had their day. They're never really going to come back into the public consciousness. And lo and behold, they have, you know. Our daughter she's 30 now, to be fair, but a few years back, the only ticket that she wanted me to get for her, because obviously she sort of, you know, touches her dad up when she needs a ticket for something, was Fleetwood Mac. And I just thought, how amazing is that? How amazing that the one ticket she's desperate for, the last band she saw was The Cure. She went to see The Cure she lives in Copenhagen. She went to see The Cure. And I'm like, how amazing is this? How fantastic is it that you know, some of this amazing, gorgeous, amazing, incredible music that brought me into making music is still thriving and standing up there with what's going on right now, you know.
You're so right, because it's songs, I suppose, Stranger Things and Kate Bush running up that hill, that kind of brought that back into people's consciousness. And then TikTok kind of picks things up, doesn't it, and shares it around as well. So
it does.
That difference in consumption of music on social media affects it.
And it's great. It's so great that someone... Sorry, go on.
So, no, go ahead. You're the guest, my friend.
Oh, thank you, Stuart. Thank you. No, I was just going to say that if you look at the way we listen and we stream music, people will stream the Foo Fighters next to Kylie Minogue. They're not bothered anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, that those two things fit perfectly well together. Thanks very much. You know what I mean? That's amazing.
How do you see the music scene at the moment? I'm really interested, someone who's in the sharp end of it like yourself. It seems as strong as it's ever been in every genre, you know, as you say. You're as popular now probably as you were in the 80s.
I don't know about that. It's a lovely thing to say, Stuart. Thank you. I don't know whether I'm that popular, but I think we're in a good spot in terms of there's so many great singers at the moment. I mean, Britain has produced some amazing singers of the last sort of 5-10 years. You look at, you know, what Adele's done with her career is incredible. And the reason is, if you're in a room and you hear that woman sing, it floors you. And that's so important still. I think people need to feel that someone is that good, you know. People like Sam Smith who are doing amazing around the world. We've had quite a lot, and there's always people coming through. I did a thing recently where Becky Hill was singing, and she's just amazing. Her voice is absolutely incredible. And it's one thing to do it on a record. It's another thing to do it in front of 10,000 people and floor them. And I think Britain's been a very, very strong place in terms of singers. And I still love listening to music from all over. My wife is Danish. Our daughter lives there. And I even know some smaller bands that well, they're big bands in Denmark, but they haven't really got out of Denmark, but they still make great music. And I still love doing that. One of the things about traveling so much is you do get to hear sometimes a band in a local cafe or what have you, and kind of think, what was that? You know what I mean? And again, that's what the internet's given us. You can actually find out now, so.
Yeah. Rick, I know you're a big football fan. So
yes.
How have you been enjoying the World Cup? Where do you think England will get to as well?
Well, after the American performance, I wasn't sure where we'd get to. That was such a dreary game in so many ways. But to be fair, I love football. And like most armchair pundits at home, we all think we know what's going on, we understand it. But I don't know the ins and outs of why that game played out the way it did. Because on paper, we should have, after the first performance, we should have kind of just rolled them over a little bit. But I think, I don't know, it's really, really tricky. I wouldn't, as always with the big tournaments, you never know how England are going to do because we're capable of it. You can see that in the individual players, we are totally capable of it. And as you guys were saying before, our bench is unbelievable. We've not even had Foden on the pitch yet. And I'm a Man United supporter, so it's hard for me to say that. But he is phenomenal. And it's like, he's not even been on there. Kyle Walker's coming back at some point, So to think that we've got players who make the first team at City week in, week out, and we've not even had them on the pitch yet, various injury perhaps and different things, that's pretty amazing. So I think that gives me quite a lot of hope that we've got a great first 11 anyway, but we've also got an amazing group of players who are ready to jump in at any moment. So I'm hoping that I'd like to see us in the semi-final and then get to the final, obviously. But I mean, I don't know. It depends on how it pans out, I guess. But it's really exciting, I think. I'm really enjoying it. It's a bit strange through this period of time, rather than it being the summer. I'm still not completely bedded in with the whole thing of it being winter and watching the World Cup. That is a bit freaky still.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you. I'm excited about it, Rick. I have to say as well, this is exciting. 3 dates for you. Liverpool Philharmonic and London Royal Albert Hall as well. That's incredible. You're going to be with them. So Liverpool is the 13th of December. And then London at the Royal Albert Hall is the 15th and 16th of December. And your tickets are on sale now, aren't they? rickastley.co.uk. So people can go out, buy them, come and watch you. It'll be brilliant. Rick, thank you. It's always wonderful speaking to you. Thank you so much.
Best of luck,
Thank you.
Cheers, Rick.
Thanks very much. Really appreciate it.